Hey everyone, it is your annual reminder that when you're applying for jobs, you should be tailoring your resume. I know this gets said all the time, and if you are in the process of applying for jobs, you probably find this very tiresome advice. But here's why it's so important, especially right now. So, at the moment, the job market remains tight. It's rough out there. It's really hard for all concerned. The recruiters are exhausted, the hiring managers are exhausted, and I know that you are also exhausted. And this is all the more reason to lean into personalizing your resumes for each job that you apply for. I know that there is a bit of folk wisdom out there that applying for jobs is just a numbers game. This isn't actually true because imagine yourself in the role of a recruiter. You get 600 resumes, let's say, after the applicant tracking system weeds out the people who aren't qualified, you probably still have 400 left. Guess whose job it is to go through those 400 resumes, assign points to people, and decide who is actually qualified for enough for the job that that person is worth an interview. It's a lot of work, right? This means, yet again, that the resume process, when there's actually a person, a human being, viewing your application materials for the first time, that person is probably going to spend 10 seconds. It's not very long. That means that your challenge is to make sure that within 10 seconds, whoever is glancing through your document can pull out the really key information, giving you the points and passing you along to the next level. So if your resume is general, if you haven't reworded it with that specific job in mind, if you haven't run a search through some keywords to make sure that you are hitting them correctly, you're going to get your resume chucked. We don't want that. We want you to get in at least for interviews. That way you can decide if you want the job. They can decide if they want you for the job, all of that wonderful stuff. But if you are not specifying things in your application materials, they're going to miss it. And so be sure that you are working hard to tailor your resume to each position you are applying for. Now, you can certainly use options like ChatGPT and that sort of thing, but my preference for this sort of thing is much more focused on the resume specific comparison tools. Teal HQ is one of those, Teal, like the color. There are others you can find as well. JobScan is one, resume worded. Poke around if you have questions about these specific resume comparison tools. And remember to proceed with caution with all AI tools. I recommend you not actually give any personally identifiable information on the sites. So misspell your name a little bit, give a different phone number, perhaps have an email account that is dedicated to these kinds of sites, things like that. I'll speak more about AI tools in the job search in the near future, but for now, just really proceed with caution. And do be sure that you are really tailoring your resume each time you apply for a job. All right, thanks for listening. I hope this is helpful. I'll talk to you soon.